Before he became a global icon, before the Porsches, the fame, the urban outlaw, there was a boy standing in the shadows of poverty, staring at a car he knew he could never afford. But what happens when a stubborn dream meets a broken life? This is the unbelievable true story of Magnus Walker. A story of pain, rebellion, love, loss, and the rise of a legend in the gritty streets of 1970s Sheffield, England, where factory smoke kissed the sky and money was always short. A 10-year-old boy stood frozen at the Earl's Court Motor Show, his eyes locked on a gleaming white Porsche 911 Turbo. The world around him disappeared. The noise, the crowd, the cold. Only the car remained, and in a whisper too soft for anyone else to hear, he made a promise. One day, this will be mine. But dreams didn't pay bills in a home filled with struggle. His family barely scraped by. The future? Foggy, limited, locked behind the walls of class and poverty. Yet that moment sparked something fierce, a fire that would burn for decades. By 15, the world called him a failure. School felt like a cage. His wild spirit couldn't breathe inside it. So he walked out. No plan, no job, just dreadlocks, punk rock, and a stubborn refusal to give up. He wandered the rain-soaked streets of Sheffield, with empty pockets and a heavier heart. Loneliness was his only friend. Poverty, his shadow. But some people break under pressure. Magnus didn't. He boarded a plane to America through a summer camp program, armed with nothing but a backpack, and a burning hunger to rewrite his destiny. Detroit greeted him with cold nights and endless struggle, odd jobs, couch surfing, strangers' floors, and the silent ache of being nameless in a foreign world. But he refused to quit. Then Los Angeles called, the city of dreams. But for Magnus, it became the city of survival. On Venice Beach, he hit rock bottom, selling second-hand jeans under the scorching sun, stitching patches for pennies, going days barely able to afford a real meal. Every rejection echoed louder at night, inside a run-down van he called home. But this time, something was different. In the darkness of that van, with nothing but a flashlight and a sketchpad, Magnus discovered it. Discipline, the one thing poverty couldn't take away. Each stitch became a step toward freedom. And then he met Karen, his anchor, his partner. Together, they turned a flea market hustle into serious clothing. A raw, edgy streetwear brand worn by icons like Madonna and Alice Cooper. But success came with a price. Long nights, knockoffs, betrayals, bill after bill after bill. And then the heartbreak that could have ended everything. In 2015, Karen passed away. The woman who helped build his world was gone. Pain hit him like a wrecking ball. Silence filled the warehouse they once built together. But instead of collapsing, Magnus transformed his grief into fuel. He expanded the warehouse into a booming film location business. A dilapidated building turned into a multi-million-dollar asset. Not because he had money, but because he had unbreakable will. Then he returned to the dream that started it all. He bought his first Porsche 911, battered, bruised, imperfect. Just like him, piece by piece, weld by weld, he rebuilt it, defying every rule, every critic, every expectation. And from the ashes, the Urban Outlaw was born. His Porsche collection grew, 20, then more, each car a symbol of rebellion and precision. His 2012 documentary blew up online. His TEDx talk inspired millions. Auctions like Pebble Beach showcased his masterpieces. He became a global icon, a man who turned raw authenticity into an empire worth millions. Not bad for a dropout from Sheffield. Through it all, Magnus learned one truth. Pain isn't your barrier. Pain is your accelerator. And now, As the sun sets over his LA garage, Magnus Walker revs the engine of that iconic 911. Its roar echoes everything he survived: the poverty, the loneliness, the heartbreak, the endless "you can't." But he did. He rose. And so can you. Your pain? It's not your prison. It's your fuel. Drive through the storm. Rise unbreakable. And claim the road ahead.